We are live. Let me see if you can hear me, see me. I sent the link to B. I don't know where he's at. I sent it a little late, but let me refresh. Make sure everything is good sound. And let me see. Okay, looks like we are good. YouTube wise, Dapper Fanatic, D-Bay, Kevin, Rory, Matt. Anybody else leaving comments? Let me know. I think we only have not too many starting off. 15 people right now. Brian, hey, we did see Brian out there in the wild. Rory, Matt, back to school is taking off. Just had back-to-back 1K days sales coming in hot after a slight dry June and July. So yeah, I definitely see. You know what? July started off slow. It's gotten a little bit better right now. But definitely, and we know August coming down super quick. Armand, what's up? Pacers. Danny, sneaker flip find. There we go. Vegas Valet. I see that camp jersey. Yeah. Rodolfo, Browntown finds in the house, and Palma. There we go. We are going to go through the finds, and then we have a nice topic. Let's see if B joins in. Where is this guy? Let me see. I sent him the link. Maybe he's running late. He didn't respond yet. Where is this? There we go. Okay, nothing yet. We'll see when he jumps on. Walter L, what's up? Says hello. Okay, so let's start off with some of the finds. Oh, there he is. Let's see.
Yo, yo, yo.
Whoa. The mic got a little wild. Hold
Too
on.
loud?
Yeah, way too loud.
I'm too loud?
Yeah, it's like staticky. Okay, he's gonna try to fix that. Let me see. Where's this? Where are we?
Better?
It sounds better, but it's low.
Low?
Yeah.
Alright, rub it out now.
Hold on.
You good? You good?
Testing. Try again.
Check test mic. Check
Okay.
1, 2.
Sounds good to me. Let's see what the chat says. Sneakers Envy. Very nice. Baker Brand. What's up? All right, we got 40 plus people right now. We're starting off with finds. Make sure you can hear the B. Make sure he sounds good. And here we go. Let's see. I know last time we left off. Oh, I know we did see these. Did we see these? I don't remember. These are kind of random. They got some tennis in there. This one I did see flipping kicks.
Air Forces.
Air Forces comes with a bag of spaghetti, which is weird. I don't know why it comes with that.
I forgot. It's like it came from a pack.
Yeah.
I forgot what it
was. Sean, what's up? Dapper says you're a little soft, but all right. Flipping the hustle, what's up? Mile High on the lady, $65. And very nice. On the 90s, 40.
Ooh.
Way better price. 60 on these. Got a lot of the trails. 35 on the grade school. Boots at 60. Men's size 10. And there they are again.
Oh, it's Glenn, it's not spaghetti. It's a net. It's a net bag. Fruit bag.
Fruit net, says Pacers.
A fruit pack. That's a dragon fruit. I forgot what was the other one.
Select goods. There we go. That's supposed to be a fruit bag. There you go.
This guy's Italian, man. Just use everything spaghetti.
There we go. Josh Leva on the Jordan 1s, 2 pairs, 50.
Looks like a normal size.
Yeah, I think grade school on these, because I think grade school at 50. It's a mop head, says Brian. Edwards, what's up? Next. Eddie Things, Blazer mid at Ross, 50, 4.5. Ultra Boost, 25.
We love. Hey, that's the only way you could let me buy Adidas.
Yeah. That's a nice Air Force One, but I left them. Stickers Envy. Dragon Fruit were all creased here in my city. Man, they're really cheap too on comps, like super cheap. Look at this. LA Gonzalez, 1 per day. This is actually like the toddler preschool.
Preschool. That's a preschool. Yeah, the
One
C
twelve
two.
C, 11C. I think
That's actually
3Y is the biggest.
the harder sizes to find.
Yeah, and a 3Y.
Yeah, the 3Ys. Yeah,
Not
that's
bad.
solid. And then 12C is actually the money size on those
Mm.
because it's the in between, like kids like walking, running around already.
Mm. Okay, we're gonna talk about this soon. I don't wanna. We're gonna go further into this, but let's go back to the other one. So cleats right there. You could see Burlington, the Dunks, which the Windhorse, size 5 and kids, $40 on these. Dunk High. Then more Puma jerseys have been showing up. 35. And I've seen some other ones too. Oh, Chelsea on the Nike one, 35. This one's Burlington. Jordans again. LA Gonzalez. This one on the men, 65.
That looks pretty big though.
Yeah, big size. Dame. Let's see. New York. Hoop York City Finals. Dame Burlington. Josh Leva. Where's Josh? Usually he's here. Then we got, look at that, Tribe Called Steels
Oh,
at 25. So I think a lot of the Adidas, they were just like, you know what,
Adidas
25.
right now it's $25.
Yeah, exactly. 4D 25.
Oh,
Even the weightlifting 27.
that's it. I think that's a pretty good buy-in cost.
Yeah.
20 sub 30.
PSG and more. Card awesomeness, very nice. All right, let's see. Dragon Ball Z, toys coming in at 15. And then there's another Dame again. That one, Broadway B, our boy. Found that one.
A massive haul.
And then this one, Flipping Kicks, Pink Harden, 40.
Is that money?
I don't know about that one.
It's
Your
hard
mic's
to
a little
get.
low still. Anybody in the
It's
chat?
Harden.
Can we hear B? A little
It's
low?
still low. Okay, let me bump it up.
Okay. Let's see.
What about now? Check.
Yeah, definitely
Better?
a little bit better. There we go.
Better.
Yeah,
Better.
way better.
Right now. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I don't know why.
Dapper Fanatic. Opening, I think this is a brand new Ross that he went to. Laker shorts, 270s, Ultra Boost, Kyrie's, Metcon. This guy's doing it all. I do hear a little echo though.
Hold on.
Okay. Coach slides everywhere. Says Pacers. Puma Hustler, what's up? Found the pastel hardens today. Select goods. Sneaker pickers, what up? So, in case you guys all into the news, I guess Ross news, man. So I think Ross opened up 21 new stores the last 2 months.
Wow.
Yeah, these guys are.
Good job, VP.
And then Burlington is also opening up plenty of stores too. So we're getting a new Burlington next to one of our Rosses. Of course, they're always competing with each other. And then we got, I think, another Ross opening. I don't know if it's like a downtown. I don't know. I think it was 1 or 2 more Rosses supposed to open soon. So they're expanding. They're taking over.
They're economy proof.
Exactly. Here's another one. Still none NYC sneaker pickers.
Yeah.
I think
Center
just
Picker,
Burlington's.
Your store is too big already. Your eBay store is too big. They don't want you stressing out going to more stores. You know what I'm saying?
We're getting a new Burlington down the street from us. I'm pumped. And Palma. How do we buy Ross and Burlington stock? I wonder what they're at right now. Eddie Things right there on the Air Force One low. There's those Coach. Who said that one? Let me see. 35. Even List Perfectly getting into the mix on the comments.
Oh.
There you go. Cleats and Cleats. LA Gonzalez, 25. 29 on these in the GT. Let's see. Blazers at 50. I did see these out there in the wild. Puma. We got car jersey. Game jersey. Outlets. We're going to talk about outlets soon. Man, these cleats are crazy. Bam 24 kicks.
Ooh.
Sounds wild.
That has to be something special, huh?
Yeah. Very nice on the vapor speed at 20. And then Vans, more Vans.
How much on
Ultra
the Vans?
Boost. Man, a lot of Ultra Boost showing up. Hardens. And of course, the playoff 13s as
Three and a
three and a
half.
half.
Who
50.
makes 3.5?
Yeah. All right. So, we do have a main topic, and I was going to do some raw stuff too as well, but I was like, you know what? Let's bring B on here, ask him some questions. Let's talk a little bit about everything that we just saw: fines, sales, market, and let's talk some strategy, some tips, things like that. So the first thing I want to say, how are sales in the chat? Please let me know. How are sales for you right now? Was July better than June? More than likely June is better. It was for me. July started off kind of slow and then started to get a little bit better now that we're already almost, man, over halfway done. I mean, August is going to get here quick. We know school's starting up. We know back to school also does well. So getting into the Q4 time, should be the time to sell and being smart about that. But let's see how sales are right now. Multiple platforms. You let me know. Amazon, eBay, whatnot, Goat, Mercari, Poshmark. What's going on? Slow right now, Danny. Sales are trash can water. AN. Julio says eBay sales have been a roller coaster, highest of the highs and the opposite. Slow down, but still pretty good. Sneakers envy. Poshmark going strong within the last 2 weeks. Broadway
Nice.
B, I like that. Mondo says sales about to be good next week. Tax free here starting on the 24th for 14 days after that. Clothing less than 100. So tax free weekend also coming up. Very true. Picking up a bit this week. Intramorph. Como says June was better. July horrible. And Palma, eBay slow but Goat popping off. StockX with some random surprising sales. Mercari starting to wake up. Rodolfo. Walter, eBay good. Poshmark really good. Considering shutting down Goat and possibly Mercari. Goat has been trash, says Sports Dude. eBay great. Posh in hibernation. Let me see. Wife's Croc Charm Closet. There we go. And let's see. Trash can water in the Mike Rich voice. Sneaker flip. Find Amazon is the only platform doing well for me right now. eBay go slow. Been moving a lot of back to school items. Backpacks and kid shoes flying. So B right now. Poshmark. eBay. What's been...
eBay this week is better. I mean, I think early last week has been like really slow. I don't know if you guys notice it, but I think it had to do something with my shipping. Shipping costs, because I don't do free shipping. For some reason, there was like a increase of shipping. I don't know if it was affected by the still low. Mike's still low. What
Yeah, I
about
don't know.
now? Can you hear me better?
I don't know why. No, it kind of went back to low again. I don't know.
What about now? Check, test. What about now?
It's way better, but I don't know how to make it stay better.
What about now?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, I cranked it up. I have a switch here.
Okay.
We good? We good?
Yeah.
Chat? We good? Chat?
We're good. We're good.
Okay. Yeah, I think I had to I edited a lot this last 2 days. I mean, last 48 hours. Adjust pricing. I think one of the things that hurt me was like running a sale and not running a sale. I really didn't have a strategy on where I was going there. So some sales ended. Next thing you know, they're overpriced. So I finally said like, okay, let me go to my oldest listing, to the newest, and just start like, this is my bottom price, no best offer, and this is it. So that's what we've been doing, and the last 2 days has been really good.
Okay, so picking up.
Yeah, shipping is getting a little ridiculous. For some reason, like £3 to like West Coast is like $22.
Oh man. Yeah, it definitely depends on the weight too. Like if you're over 2 pounds, forget it.
Yeah, so and then the crazy part is it's expensive for the buyer, but it's cheap. It's still the same for us. So I don't know what happened. Or is eBay like broadcasting that it's expensive to ship? So what I've been doing is like some that are like 2.5
Mm-hmm.
pounds. I've just been putting them at 2 pounds, and then I still end up making more money on shipping. I don't know what's going on.
Hmm. Yeah, it's a little weird. Shipping, oh
Cause I've
man.
tested it, I've tried it. Cause like I even at yours, like I looked at your store. Cause usually I think I could buy from yours for like
Mm.
$8, eight nine
Mm.
bucks. Now it's like 11.
Mm.
So I wonder how it would be for, yeah, coincidence. Because that's what I'm saying.
USPS rising in advance of UPS strike. There we go, Julio. Hopefully
No, I
UPS
mean
does not
I
go on
think so.
strike.
I think it had something to do with that. So
Yeah.
like I think that's one of the things, like, cause you know how you could check a listing and then you could go on the bottom on details and put in a, I put in a California zip code to see how
Mm.
much it is on their end, and I was like so surprised. Some were like $22. A lot of them were $22. So I've been trying to like just compensate and be like pull back the weight and double check. So I've been trying to do that, and it's helped a lot. Cause like there's no way I'm, a buyer's paying $22 for a Pegasus. I'm like a running
Yeah.
shoe.
Yeah.
So
Having an issue with shipping, especially on large things, is about double the previous cost as brandy. So, and
mm,
that's a funny thing too, because like on Mercari, some guy wanted to buy some cleats, and he's like, "I want to buy these, but shipping's way too high."
mm-hmm.
And shipping was like, I mean, it's the standard whatever UPS was, and it was like $14. And I'm like, how much do you think shipping is now? I mean, what year do you think this is? I mean, from going forward, it's like shoes. You're looking at probably 11 plus, maybe automatic. I mean, if you can get a really good deal because it's super close to you at like $8, $9, but just almost like the standard is like not the definitely not the way it used to be a couple of years back. So,
Yeah,
um,
kind of like, Sneakers Envy. I just free ship everything as long as it's built in. So yeah, I'm trying to have. I mean, I think that's one of the things that I need to make a decision on,
mm,
especially the stuff that are under 75 that doesn't go to authentication. Right?
mm,
Obviously, authenticity it adds on. So it's either that, or I was thinking to just flat rate everything under $75 to 9.99 shipping,
mm,
or make it 14.95, because if people are used to seeing 14.95 shipping for authenticated products, I wonder if I could just make what do you call that, a business policy on all sneakers, to just make it at 14.95.
mm.
That might make sense, right? And then if they're trying to like, hey, can you do a better shipping, and then obviously if they're on the East Coast, I probably uh lower it.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting on those because yeah, the shoes are no lie. That's why I like Poshmark. Yeah, I like that too. As far as like the flat and like it just like it
Yeah,
is what it is.
non AG stuff, 14.95. Because like, if you think about it, that's margin right there,
Yeah.
for you. And also too, I think one of the things that we've had like two or three customers asking that, can you get it to me faster? So
Mm,
you know how like when Q4 comes, we add express option. I was wondering if we need to start adding that now rather
yeah.
than waiting later. Cause like I had somebody that did like a 2 day shipping, so I added it. Person paid $39, was totally okay with it. We got it out same day, and then I only paid $20 on 2 day shipping.
Mm,
So I'm like, I made money there. So I was like, what? Did I just stop myself of getting customers that want it fast and make extra money? So that might be something. I don't think it hurts, right? I mean, an option, a priority option, or a ground priority and ground is pretty much the same to me as far as cost. But if you have like a 2 day air, or 2 day express, I think that could help us in the longer run.
yeah. That's oh man, that's gonna be a tough call. And we already know too during Q4 time, USPS always cranks up the price. So what is
Yep.
that gonna look like? When December rolls around, and then the UPS thing on strike. I don't know. I mean, hopefully that doesn't happen. Shipping might just get really weird by that
Right.
time. All right, let me get into our main topic, which sneaker market clearance. Here's a question for the chat. Here's the thing: you can only answer in one word.
One word.
How? Give me one word to describe.
Yeah, if you answer
This
two, you get booted.
the sneaker market right now. Now, I'm not
Oh,
talking about just hype beast stuff.
mm-hmm.
I'm talking everything.
Right.
We just went through a bunch of finds. I'm talking could be the Adidas, could be we've been buying Adidas at 25 Ultra Boost. We found some random Jordan small size been showing up at Ross. We know the outlet stuff. We know Nike had a big sale this weekend. We also know Snipes. We've just seen it all online. Plus the hype beast stuff. So what's one word that you would describe what's going on right now?
So, I think, man, buy sneakers envy,
Sneakers envy by
supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, cynical, desperation, eh, capital. Capital's king. Hey, you got emoji there. Okay, you're not gonna get booted. It's not a word. It's an emoji.
All right, let's have people keep thinking about your word,
Adjusted. All
and
right.
let's go through this for now. Okay, so LA Gonzalez. Remember, we just saw these one per customer.
All right.
Let me try to make this a little bit bigger. 169 extra 30 on some of these, and not only that, but look at the undefeateds.
Undefeated, man.
Full
Collabs. There's two collabs right there.
collabs, full at the outlet. 150. Um, this is crazy. And different colors, all of that. We also got some grade school on the threes. This shoe, all the LeBrons are like extra 30,
The
extra 30 wherever.
disrespect. What, $130 shoe?
Yeah. Then, all over IG, of course, was everyone picking up their
Snipes.
Snipes deals, extra 70% off on a lot of things. Everyone tagging everybody on IG, flexing a lot of the 270s, some of the retros that maybe weren't moving. There's some mids in there as well, Air Force One lows, 13s, and more. All of these in here. They had like $39 up tempos. I think
Mm-hmm.
someone picked up different like men's and women's down to cheap. And then, I mean, Nike's been running a sale pretty much the last what
Yeah.
7 days or more. I don't know, but this is just a random example. You can even get more on top of this.
Yeah.
$88, all sizes still there. 97s for men's, and it's almost like if Ross had them at 79, would you pick up? Let's say
Right.
4 years ago, 5 years ago, maybe not. Depends on the color,
You're right.
maybe on the style, maybe on the size. But in this case, 88.97, and yes, there are ways, of course, to get a better price than that. But even at this price, they're not necessarily moving, and there's different styles, different colors, and everything. So that's where we're at right now. Looking at these slides. Let me see what our comments say. Let me go back. Yaroslav Reality. Very nice. I still have the echo in the background. I don't know if we can. Can we take that off? Can everybody hear the echo or just me? Picky sneaker flip fine. Bye sneaker pickers. Inconsistent hypebeast Poppy. Adjusted Rory Matt. Correction select goods. Let me see. I wish places around here got that dirt cheap intramorph. Let me see. Not gonna lie, 11 low IE's not that bad colorway, especially for 59. Sneaker flip fine canceled. Let me see. Inflation. Let me see. Sounds like you're in a stadium.
Is it better now? Is it better
Oh,
now?
now you sound way better.
Way better?
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Oh, I turned on the echo cancellation setting.
That's weird.
Okay.
Armand says deceiving.
I,
Um,
I I think I like that word, deceiving, because the fact that things are so much cheaper compared to their retail price and compared to what they were before, right? Because like from the looks of it, it's like Black Friday sale every day,
mm.
um, right? But the problem is, the problem is, um, do we have the outlet to sell it quicker, right?
Mm.
So I think with the market, I think it's the ratio is the same, right? I think the ratio is the same because back in the day we were buying them higher, but we were able to sell it higher, and the velocity was there too. Now we're buying it cheaper, but people is everybody's getting cheaper.
Mm.
But also too, it's an opportunity. I think that's the word I see now is opportunity right now. Just had a conversation with other reseller the other day that if you've been a reseller for over 3 years, it looks tough right now, right? Because like COVID, money all over the place. People had money buying from us, and as sellers, we had money to buy more inventory.
Yeah.
So it's like injected capital in the business and in the buyers. Uh, but right now it feels like tough. But for newer resellers right now, they're eating right now
Yeah.
because if you're trying to build now, it's the best way to like negotiate. I can't believe like how much off you can buy stuff right now compared to last year. Last year, everybody was like, oh, stock X payout, stock X ask. You're before the bottom, the cheapest you'll buy a hype shoe was stock X ask, was green. Now, people are were giving you a payout from the get go.
Mm. Well, I think because they also don't really know what the actual market is anymore.
No,
Like,
nobody.
I
Yeah,
don't know. I mean, is the lowest ask even the real market now?
no, not
Because the way I look at it is like, if the outlet gets this one shoe, you're done.
done. Toast.
Like,
Yeah,
that market's not even existent. So
yeah,
it's a completely different ballgame from one year to the next when it comes to that stuff. If you're a reseller the last 3 years, you've been through everything at this point because
yeah.
you've
You've been
seen people get money to not having money to crazy market
the
and
downside is it's backwards. You've been to the high and now to the low,
so now you're
right?
like, where do I turn?
Right, because like for example, like to be more transparent with you, like Snickers Envy said, stock up for Christmas or liquidate to Christmas. But like I'm caught in a position where I don't have that much capital right now,
Mm,
because I wasn't looking to buy now, right?
mm.
I was spending money, like let's just say I was spending money to build a brand, but now it's like I can't cash out on a brand because the economy is low, and then I don't have enough capital to buy more because of that swing. So now it's like I'm just have to liquidate down and then have more capital to buy in. But again, it's not liquidating or selling as fast as it did because economy is low.
Well, I think the words that you had said that, like, how fast can you turn it type of thing. I think if you're in it for the long term run, that doesn't
Mm,
really matter to you.
yeah.
If you have quality and you're
Right.
and you're and you're I guess you have confidence in that item,
Yeah.
then it's a different story. But I feel like at least a lot of the resellers that I've been talking to, they're actually not confident in on some of their products. Even let's say 2 years ago they were that same product.
Right.
Now they're kind of unsure, and that makes sense because it is really weird
Yeah,
right now.
because like, I mean, even like even at the hype market, right? Like the dunks are done. You know what I'm saying? Like the difference of retail to resell on dunks, it's getting closer and closer, and then there's no possibility of holds on those SKUs anymore. Before they were,
Yeah.
um, you know, but again, I like the analogy that you said there. When you are in the longer run, and if you've bought low, at the end of the day, it's gonna pay out. Eventually, crappy products will sell, um, but I think it's more of like business management right now.
Let's see, Intramorph. I'm not unsure about the product. I'm unsure about the market and economy. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I think yes and no, just because, like, let's say that Air Max 97, for example, like,
All right.
you know, how cheap would that shoe have to be for you to feel confident in it, though? as a men's 97 with
20
bottoms.
bucks. 20 bucks.
You see, and that's tough because let's
That'll
say
never
four
go that
years
low.
ago we never paid 20 at Ross. We
Yeah.
paid 49. Even at the
Yeah.
outlets, maybe
50.
you get them down to
50 to
39.
60 bucks on those
Yeah,
kind of, 270s, 97s, even 95s back in the day.
yeah. And now we're looking at it as like,
Yeah,
I'll
off
do
the
I'll do
rip.
25, like the Ultra Boost. Like I'll do
Yeah,
25.
right that, right? But it doesn't even think like that's not even a like a happy haul. That's like I guess this will do haul, right? Like because like I mean I have a decent Adidas stuff like NMD's like 60 bucks.
Yeah.
Like Ultra Boost 60 to 80 bucks because Adidas is selling them too at that cheap.
Oh, Adidas is like burning and turning on eBay.
Yeah,
Dude,
right.
these are
Like
these are dirt cheap.
and next thing you know, it's like, who's this account? You click, it's Adidas eBay account.
You're like, damn, who's undercutting me this bad?
Yeah,
Oh, it's straight from Adidas.
yeah,
Some colorways would be 200 plus 1 or 2 years ago. Now it's a $20 quick flip, sneaker
yeah,
flip find.
yeah.
So what about the margins though? Let's see what the chat says as well. Let's say buying like Air Max 97, Air Max 95, Air Max 1, that kind of thing.
Mhm.
If you're buying them at 59, what are you priced at now? Because 3-4 years ago, we would say easy
One,
120 plus. I
yeah,
mean, that would be
120. Yeah,
probably
yeah,
our
yeah,
low end.
yeah, yeah.
So where does that land now for you?
99, best offer.
How much did we say? 59? Well, 59 was kind of like the go-to Ross
Right,
price.
right.
Let's see what the chat says. Rory says, right, but the dunks that are hype are going up and only up, so that's why I say has adjusted because GRs aren't meant to go up unless they don't be clean. So I think some of the GRs that are super, I mean, they just keep making more of them, so it's kind of like still sitting on Air Max 2017. Edgar Stickers Envy, yeah, probably 100. Okay, so I found this like random article and they don't even really explain what they mean, but I thought it was kind of funny to bring these up and ask B what he thinks, and also the chat as well. So according to them, this thing that I saw, 5 business tips to adjust in a competitive niche. Let me put this in here. Well, not in the comments. Let's do a banner. Get this out of here. Banner. And there we go. Did it add it? Oh. Okay. 5 business tips to adjust in a competitive niche. Here's what we're going to go through. Number 1 through 5. We're going to get B's take on it and see if this thing is right. But like I said, they don't really explain much. So let's see if we can, make this make sense to us and where we're at in our business. So number 1, which we've talked about this, I think, too many times, which is cost. And even in the chat, everyone's like, you got to get this the lowest possible price. Whatever you're
Yep.
buying right now needs to be the lowest. And here's how you're going to get burnt. We just talked about StockX Ask and all of that thing. And
Mm-hmm.
if it shows up at the outlets, if it shows up somewhere else and it's way cheaper, it's going to be extremely hard to move at the price that you want to when someone else is playing with margins 40% less than yours. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to be tough right there. So you really have to think about it. Will this shoe go down? You're not going to buy a shoe at the outlets at 129. You're going to wait till it goes down again, ends in 97, extra 30, extra. Like, you're going to keep going through the whole cycle until it goes down to the lowest possible price, because right now, cost is extremely important.
Yeah,
What do you think?
I think backwall is the way to go right now.
Try to go to well, let's see, even some of those aren't even that cheap.
No,
So
yeah,
some
like
95 still at like 139.
yeah,
I'm like,
you have to. I feel like like not no like specialty shoe, right? Like no returns. Yeah, I think for me right now, like you have to get it like sub 40.
yeah, I think so too.
Like you have to be at
39,
sub 40.
25 for those Ultra Boosts, great deal
Yeah,
there.
yeah. I think at sub 40 you'll be fine. As long as, again, as long as it's a good good size, good size sub 40. um I would say, the closer you get it to 25, the better. um but I think that's kind of like the way to go.
I've been spoiled about $25 and under deals right now. Select goods, dollar cost average down. It's a good skew. Dapper. I don't buy anything past 40. I'll buy those 20, 25 cleats all day and
Yeah,
multiples.
to be honest, I think cleats is the, I think that's a go-to right now.
Yeah,
It's like, it's, I guess, in a way, it's the economy proof model, because it's a sports specific item.
true.
So there's always gonna be seasons right now, and then, just playing that, and then if you get cheaper clothing, uh, or hats, I think you're there, because it's like, again, at the end of the day, like, sub $100 purchases are so much easier to make compared to the over $100 sales right now, because then, given the economy and everything like that, now it's harder to justify that buy.
Well, even like what Josh Leva said, like he's not buying anything at retail right now because even the retail prices are
No,
crazy.
you
You know what I
end
mean?
up losing
Like,
money. Yeah.
if backwall is not cheap enough, then you must backdoor sneaker pickers. Like Anthony Legs with cleats, there's always a demand. Cleats are busting right now. Retrospective, my boy.
Man, yeah, people loving cleats.
So as long as sports exist, there's always going to be needed intramorph
Yeah.
100%. So that's what we're looking at on the cost. Now here's number two according to them, and let's see if this number two, quality of product. So even though you're keeping it low on your cost of goods, are
Gotta
you
be
picking up
quality.
trash or not?
Yeah, no, no, like, I wouldn't buy $30 Vans.
Yeah, I mean that would be. I
I
mean you
wouldn't
would
buy
have to.
$30 Converse. Like, Converse buy right now is like $15. Again, it's like, when you're paying premium, let's just say our
Mm-hmm.
cost is $40 for premium, right? The most gotta be the premium product too. It can't be like, oh, I'm paying premium price for the cheapest item, or for the, the lowest quality.
Yeah.
So so I think, um that's the way to go. And also, I think over time, quality products will always win.
I guess like in the hat space with me selling hats, it's like you can't spend, let's say at Ross, they're like 12.99, 14.99, 16.99. You can't go out of your way and spend 16.99 on a snapback that's NBA brand.
Yeah,
Come
yeah,
when you can get New Era at the same price.
yeah, yeah,
So you're really going for the better brand, the better quality, maybe the better sizing, maybe I think the quality can relate to the sizing part. If we find a size 4 blazer, doesn't mean you have to pick it up. I mean, just because there's a swoosh on it. I think you really have to think too. Does that make sense? They're 50 plus or 60 plus, size 4, men's 5. It's kind of like, ugh, you know. Let me see. Check those Vans comps. Some selling at 100. Yes, some, but it
yeah,
also depends on like the collab or
yeah.
something like that. I mean, the research will also tell, but the quality is really gonna come into play. We can't, I guess, get away with the subpar.
Yep.
Maybe this will sell. Maybe this will hit this amount. It's an iffy buy. It's a risky buy, and they can't be at the 40, 50,
Yeah.
60 plus at a risk that you don't really know. So the next one, let me get this in here. Um, 5 business tips to adjust in a competitive niche is time, which time could relate to anything that we're doing right now that can give you, I think, I guess a step ahead of everybody. Time sourcing, time listing, time. We already know, the more items and everything you have going on right now before Q4, now is the time to do that. And if you're behind, when you should be selling and you're not doing it, it's going to get even rougher from here because you're putting that money into it. So I see that and B does it all the time too. I do it all the time, even for Whatnot. Like, how long did it take me to prep? How long did
Yeah.
it take me? How long was this show? How long did it take me to ship? Um, and I think when you're cutting time when it's needed, keeping track of that, you're gonna get faster, and you can, spend more time to get more products on there or whatever you need to be doing instead of kind of wasting that away, because right now is clearly not that time. We can't be chilling resellers. Maybe at some
Yeah.
point you could have, but
I
not
I think right
anymore.
now, as far as like time, you gotta like like if you're not, the sourcing's not there. For example, like me, like I haven't sourced a lot lately. I've dedicated time to like cross listing. So, finally, Glenn, we're in Mercari, so we got like 32 listed now. So we're trying to get
Okay.
the process down, and then we just get faster after that.
Okay. All right. So these last two, I don't really know how to kind of implement it. And let's see what B kind of thinks. So
See.
remember, this is not from me. This is from flexibility. Now, flexibility in the business wise and how this could help you right now in this competitive niche, competitive time. What would you say that would be? Because the way I kind of understood it, let me just tell you mine first, and you
Hmm.
let me know. You kind
Okay.
of think about it for a little bit. I was thinking maybe like flexibility into maybe pivoting a little bit into what can you get a hold of, and if something is working that's cheaper in price or you can get more of, to lean towards that maybe you don't have the most knowledge in, but it's working and you don't have to maybe waste time nitpicking on small stuff. But maybe I'm wrong on that, on the flexibility part. What do you think?
I think I mean, I 100% agree that you gotta have it in the business, but I think in the context of what we're doing right now, I'm having to think that sometimes it's not always like 100% full effort on the things that you were doing. And I think flexibility is, for me currently, it's okay not being 100% on the things that you were 100 before, because there's other things that you can put your effort on.
Mm,
So I think that's being flexible on, I guess, your target, right? Because like for me, like there's so many ways to make money, but if you keep targeting on one thing, I think for me it's like, okay, at some point it might not go your way, so it's okay to change and be flexible enough and trying to hit a different target.
mm.
I think that's how I see the flexibility side.
Let's see what the chat says. How would you, I guess, implement the flexibility part of it? Maybe me and B are thinking about two different things on here. Let me see. Everyone's saying here, sourcing sickness, sneakers envy. I can't quit looking, and sneaker flip find. Sourcing is what makes it all fun, especially when you know things are hitting, and it's been hitting for a while. And I mean, especially since we were in that whole dry run for a good while too.
Yeah.
Now to see dunks or Jordans and jerseys and random stuff, it's definitely been interesting that you want to get out there. Sneaker flip find flexibility. Look at it, being able to pivot to the trend. A year ago, paying shoes at retail was okay. Now it's cost.
That's true.
Yeah,
I guess
you know
what
what?
the buying strategy.
Yeah, I guess being flexible on, kind of like what you said too. Though they kind of relate to each other, to where like you're not staying committed to that one,
One strategy,
like
right?
one strategy, to where like, I am gonna buy this hype at,
Yeah.
Foot Locker retail, and then never pivot away from that. Remember, never think about something else that you could be
Yeah.
making money on, because you're just zoned in on like, well, I'm
Yeah.
doing hype or I'm doing this.
Which I think you can. I mean, there's a lot of ways that you can, like plow through uh economies, right? Because like you could go hype still, but you gotta just look further. You gotta find deals that are, instead of going to sneaker shows, you gotta go to like individual Facebook groups, right? I think that's one of the things that I still get hype from individual Facebook groups, that people are getting desperate. So you can stay in the same product, but you got to change the strategy. So
Mm,
it's flexibility, 100%. Or either going back to the outlets, going back to the Ross, or maybe going back to garage sale, vice versa.
Mm. Intro more. It's not different than when a coach has to call a timeout and make adjustments.
Hmm.
So it's like in this case, Lakers. I'm like, man, Russell's just not doing it. Get him out of the game. Who we're gonna put in? And then after the season ends, they're like, let's resign him.
Flexibility on the moment, but they really still want him.
All right, here's number
Flexibility
five.
is like Chris Paul joining the Suns.
Flexibility.
Oh no, no, Chris Paul joining the Golden State.
Oh, now he's the Warriors. Oh,
Yeah,
I don't know if that's being flexible or not.
dude
uh,
just wants to win. Come on now.
all right, here's the last one, which I'm kind of interested to see what B says on this one. Innovation. How do you innovate as a seller right now? That's a good question. I think innovation would be, um, honestly, cross listing is innovative
Oh,
to
that's
if you're not
innovation.
doing
That's
it.
innovation. Yeah.
Because if you're not doing it, I feel like you could be missing out on some sales that you're just not willing to put your items on a different platform. I think innovation could also be, you mentioned like Facebook groups or something, but selling on your IG, making a whole
Yeah.
IG page just on your shoes or just
Right.
on jerseys, or selling locally, figuring that out. Maybe there's a market for that locally that you didn't really know about, that someone could pay you, that
That's
you're
true.
not paying fees. What were you gonna say?
I like that. I think innovation comes out of a problem, right? So you innovate out of an obstacle or a problem or hard times,
Hmm.
which I think more than ever, cross listing tastes so much better than what it was.
Hmm.
Because if eBay was popping, man, I'm like, eBay all day, baby. You know, like I don't have to cross list crap. And then next thing you know, like, oh, like cross listing sounds so much better. Um, I think you have to like, and I think too what we don't realize, not just in money, but I think don't you think it's more for mental?
Yeah, true.
Because like if you're just you can be really good at something, but at the same time you could be really bored at it.
Hmm.
Um,
No, that makes sense.
and I think that's coming from personal experience of like doing something over and over again, and after a while it's like this is exhausting. It's not even physical, it's more like mentally exhausting. It's like
Hmm.
because you're just doing the same thing over and over again, which is it's necessary to grow, don't get me wrong, but bro, like I feel like there's a lot to life than just doing one thing over and over again for an extended period amount of time. So I
Well, I
think for
think.
me it's like, go ahead.
Well, I just think that just means you're going through the motions, not necessarily like.
That's true. Going through the motions could still be good at something, but not innovating, right?
I
Because
feel like you're
sometimes,
you're doing it,
huh?
but you're just doing it from like muscle memory. You're
Right,
just
right,
so
yeah,
used
yeah,
to it that you're just.
that's true. That's a good point. That I think going through the motion has a negative connotation of sucking at it, but
Hmm.
sometimes it's not sucking at it. Actually, it's actually even worse when you're good at it and doing it over and over again.
Hmm.
What's your take on that? Being good and going through the motion.
Well, I think that's also like not interested, I guess, in like what is going on at that time, whatever that is. And you need something that's gonna, I guess, bring that excitement back,
Yeah,
whatever that innovation may be. I
yeah.
mean,
Yeah, you gotta add some spice to it, right? Like you gotta add something, a little bit
yeah.
different. I think it don't have to be like totally different, right? Next thing you know, oh, the hustle bees, sports bra seller now. You don't have to be like that big of a cross, but you could just do something different. Like okay, like now you're exploring brand, now you're cross listing to a different platform.
Let me see. Let me go back up and see. Um, where did we end off? Let me see. And Palma says bundles. Yeah, definitely some. On Whatnot and some other platforms too. They've been doing some bundles, offer more service somehow. Um, let me see. And offer up free shipping, doing a pop up, flea market stuff. I know some people too that they want to explore kind of the flea market thing too. It's kind of like selling and not having to pay those fees, nothing like that, and just sell
Yeah,
locally. Puma Hustler, you get a job at Burlington for that 30% discount card.
innovation, baby.
Innovation and cost, which is number one.
Yeah. Oh, five, 1 in 5, doing 1 in 5.
Figuring out efficient routes on your sourcing strategy, which SA that also makes sense because that would be number three. You're also cutting time, spending the most time on that. Thinking about putting fits together again. Had success selling stuff like that before. Very interesting. Like hat shoes always go well. Or let me see. Puma. Oh, who was that got a job at Burlington and never worked a shift? That was Puma Hustler. That's facts B. Adding kids to the mix makes things harder too, says Slim Pickens. Let me see. Dropping my price 15%. Edgar.
That pricing strategy could be innovation too. Sometimes we'd be holding on for items for too long and just be false, false hope of it selling at that point. Because I think at some point, like if we say there's a lot of opportunities to buy, but we're holding on to older inventory that we might be making 50% ROI, might as well sell that now and grab the newer or fresher inventory.
Hmm. Well, I guess it could be instead of just like dropping the price 15%, maybe like a strategy with sales or running
Yeah.
promotions on how you do that instead of it being kind of random.
Hmm.
But you also have to try some things, see what works. Let me see. Walter, yeah, time is a big one for me. I try to look quick, win in the stores. If nothing there, I'm out. Here's the good thing though, is that with people going back to school, there shouldn't be any kids, long lines, teachers are back. Like I noticed last couple of days have been, not that bad as far as like the lines go and stuff. So I'm like,
Mm.
I like this. Nah, not over the top. Arma, new ways to market, advertise your business. Seeing Glennon be in different avenues, eBay and whatnot. Never thought to shop there if it wasn't for y'all. Appreciate that, Armand. Um, Let me see. Been ending soonest and sell similar seem to help pick up momentum on the store. There we go, Ben.
Mhm.
Some like a different strategy there. I want to set up a table at Ross like that one kid, Josh Leva. Hey,
Hey,
innovative.
hey, if you work at Ross, maybe you could start selling to people at Ross.
There we go. And someone had a good question earlier though, like how low are some of the things gonna go? And that really depends on like it's gonna be really interesting during Q4. I wonder what that inventory is gonna look like between Ross, outlets, Burlington, some of these sites like we saw the snipe stuff, Nike.com in general. A lot of these deals that are on Twitter, like what are they gonna look like? We don't know. I mean, we're gonna see what kind of inventory is really flooded.
We're gonna have to get like maybe in August, we'll do a Q4 prediction and strategy, build
Mm,
up to it because the sneakers envy already mentioned it. Like build up your store and cash out in Q4, and for me probably be in an island next year chilling for a while.
there you go. Partnership with companies is smart. SA. I guess here's a question for the chat though. Who is in it for the long run? And I guess my question, and kind of regarding to that, is like, what's the rush in selling it?
Ooh.
Yes or no? Or like, is there a rush for you to sell certain products and why? If, let's say, you are in it for the long run and the long term. And what I mean by that is you're really trying to grow your, you know, overall your store number, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to get to 100K, 200K, things like that. Let's see. I would guess the only thing would be like a capital situation.
Right, right. I think that's the only time you wanna move inventory faster so you could grow. But
Mm.
if you're just trying to replenish or grow with capital, I don't. if you have supplemental income, I don't think you have to move anything at all.
Mm.
Just grow your store to $1 million store if you have space and capital. Like, and then one day you'll just wake up that it's pretty much all assets.
Intramorph, I was told this is a get rich quick scheme, thus my rush. I like that.
What's
um,
that? Introvert.
Intramorph. Running out of space, Edgar. What about for running out of space though? Would you look into like, well, now you would have to add into your business storage unit or
Yeah, but
a
I think there's
new
still so many ways that you can, uh,
cram.
yeah, or be more efficient, right?
um,
Um, Trust me, I've seen like Sneakers Envy has less basement space than I have, but he has more inventory than I have. It's possible. So he's the one that's giving me hope that you don't need a bigger space. You don't need a warehouse yet. But at the same time, you could be you can innovate to consolidate three items to one.
mm,
Meaning, right? Like if you have $30 items that's taking the same shoebox space, sell those and get like a $90 item.
let me go back up and see if you need cash flow. That's pretty much it. Sneaker flip fine. No other reason. Sneaker pickers. Hold on, there's some good comments in here. Let me see. I'm buying up every good product regardless of floods.
Mm-hmm.
Dragonflies, Victory Torch, Premier Soccer Cleats, Vapor Edges, etc. Sneaker flip fine. And then sneaker pickers. Generic store flooded items should sell as quick as possible. If you have rare, not made any more items, then you can wait. Which would be like discontinued, things like that. One of the stuff too, oh man, is like, so one of my bulk buys are like a ton of like older cleats, like football
Mm-hmm.
cleats. And I didn't realize how old some of these are. Like some of these untouchables and stuff. And I'm like, oh, these are going for pretty good money. I'm like, well, yeah, because no one else has these. Untouchables are discontinued, all of
Mm-hmm.
that. But then I'm looking at the dates and I'm like, damn, this is like 2015. And so I already had a big time. One customer was really already mad because they're like, these cleats are already falling apart. And in my head, I'm like, well, thinking about it now, they're already like 8 years old. And and I guess when it comes, like you're running routes and stuff, it would kind of make more sense because if you had a golf's not gonna. What are you doing? That's doing that. But if you're cutting, I mean, that's big time use on those. I mean, I bought some Kobe's that were I think 2018, and they were already ungluing after like second or third time I was wearing them.
Right.
Um, so I guess when we're thinking about long term too, it's like what's the I guess length and
I
years
think
for some
it
of these
has to be like
products.
I would say it has to be like higher ASP, higher profit products.
Hmm.
I would say like like the um what were the vapor carbons that we've found? Vapor carbons or vapor the elites. When
Mm,
you paid $20 and it could sell for 250 and 200, right? Like
mm,
I think those are worth the long haul because there's so much upside to it, right? But if you're trying to just try to double the product, double the profit, and then you're trying to hold onto it longer, I think as a better reseller this time, you can get more products to get that double profit
mm,
in a shorter span of time. But like for what Sneakers Envy said, $100 low or $80 low to a 290, that was so much worth the wait
mm,
because the upside is so much bigger. But if he was holding 80 to 160 for 2 3 years, then you could have flipped that money a lot more faster and made more.
mm. Okay. Interesting. Let me see. Yes, sir. I found some cleats produced in 2013. I found. I mean, I guess that's why retros keep coming back, right?
Yeah,
Every.
yeah, because they don't last and they want another one.
Are they every 5 years?
5 to 6, yeah,
Yeah, that's what I kind of figured.
yeah, because the band was 2020. 2013, 2016, and then the patent came back. Same as the breads 11. Breads 11. Some are longer, some are 10. Could go to
Mm.
10. The last one was 01, 16, and 01, 11, 6, and then 19. So that was like almost 10 years.
Let me see. Let me go back. That's a good question, Armand. Assuming you got paid for being ambassadors for eBay and whatnot, do you feel like you could have done better when it came to marketing your own businesses? Question for Glenn and B.
Hmm. Well, one is we really didn't get paid. uh,
there's other things in there to I
yeah.
guess working with them, but it's not like a direct
It's not a
payment,
direct
but
gain.
yeah.
That's one. It's not a direct gain of like all of a sudden we made more. It's more of like for future projects that we can or may not earn. Uh, but I think it's a good branding, obviously. But again, I think I've said this multiple times. It's just to have a representation of our community in those big meetings. I think
Yeah.
that's one. Just in case there's a horror story that could happen. Next thing you know, one of us gets suspended, or one of you guys gets suspended for a terrible buyer. Right? That's not your fault. We'll have a bridge to get to people. That's one. I think getting paid is where that's the goal, I guess. But what do you think, Glenn?
Well, I mean, a lot of this stuff that came down to like, you know, fees and other things that of like what your I guess like your bonuses, come
Mm-hmm.
out of this. But as far as like marketing the business, I feel like it's different because it's a third party. Like I guess if we had our own brand to where
Website?
like
Yeah.
if I'm only gonna sell my jerseys on a site or I'm only gonna sell my hats on a site and not do that, I feel like it would be a totally different thing there.
Yeah, kind of like if we
Um,
own like our own clothing brand.
yeah,
I think it would help a lot, right? Would you think?
yeah, that would be a totally different, I think, ball game to
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
in that aspect. But
Yeah.
when it comes to like maybe, I guess your example would be like Hustler Hacks or like Hustle Bee as a brand on that side of it. There's definitely a lot of marketing you can do there, to
Mhm.
maybe like promote the channel or things like that, but not really in the business aspect. So it's kind of tough to
Yeah, there's
answer that.
definitely monetary gain. I mean, I'm not saying we didn't get paid. We get paid per project, but that's not like steady income. I can't be like, okay, the more I do this, I get signed. Like it's not like if we were NBA players that we get signed guaranteed contract, which it would be nice to get a guaranteed contract. I'm not an official eBay ambassador. I just love eBay because it changed my life. We are hoping that we can be eBay ambassadors. I mean, there are ways that we're trying to work projects with them that we could partner with them long term. I think, I think that's like the ultimate goal. That's like for us on branding. If we get to partner with a company that would, make us, uh, sponsored by eBay or what do you call it, promoted by eBay, I think that would be dope. That would be amazing. But we're not there yet. We're far from it. To tell you, to be honest with you, we're far from it.
Well, what I was telling B though, and I think the chat could probably agree on, is that what I would like for eBay would be like a community side of it to where like there's trusted sellers that are actual sellers that work with eBay to help sellers on like the latest updates, the latest news, and the things that are going on with their business.
Hmm.
Because believe it or not, which I know people always laugh, people still think that there's an on and off switch on eBay. They
Hmm.
they turned off my store.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not getting any sales.
Right.
eBay is out to get me. They could suspend me at any time.
Right.
Um, and instead, if there was like reliable sellers that are in the game, but yet they still work with eBay and could get
Right.
you contacts with, hey, here's my problem too. Like, this is what happened when I was selling this product. let me talk to this
Yeah.
person that I trust
Right.
as a seller, and they work with them, and we can figure out like a
Yeah.
resolution or how to go forward. And I think that's what they're kind of missing,
Yeah.
like a
I
community aspect to
Yeah,
where
I think more of like that would be like a community ambassador, right?
mm,
That we're representing the community, but we're representing the brand as well, or the platform, because I think that's such a win-win situation because there's two things going on right now. I'm not gonna lie, eBay pay for influencers that have big YouTube channel that maybe have sold something on eBay, and then they say eBay authenticity guarantee, buy here, right?
mm,
And then there are other side of things that seller get to have part of, let's say, community development, or like, I guess basically what I've done in sneaker con, I'm a seller and I talk about it, right? But I'm not put on a big broadcasting channel that people see me the most. It's
mm,
still the big influencers that have millions of followers, right? They get the most impact to drive traffic. So that's like, I would say, the buyer acquisition, and I'm like on the seller acquisition side. But what if, what Glenn said, there is eBay seller and there's the seller community side, that we can be vetted, that okay, Glenn's not lying about the shipping changes.
yeah,
Glenn's not trying to promote his own shipping label, buy from Glenn to save money. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
yeah,
not that, or like, but we're having a mutual benefit of it all. But obviously get paid, because that's gonna be work. That's office job. I'm
yeah,
telling you right now, they just, the stuff that I've done is job, is work. Like the SneakerCon Las Vegas, that was work. I went there for work. I did get paid, but it was for work.
yeah.
I didn't get there to like hang out with homies. I didn't have time to hang out with homies.
I know this dude went live like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah,
Promoting the eBay stuff. I was like,
yeah,
man, that guy's on again.
yeah,
Sellers, not TikTokers. Select
yeah.
goods. And this also goes back to the and me and B have had this conversation. It's even more out there now on IG and YouTube as far as like real YouTubers. Are they actually sellers
That's
or are
true.
they entertainers? Do they really care about a selling community? How could
Or
they too if they don't really have like a big store or really
right,
sell?
right. There's no risk, right?
Yeah,
There's no risk. Like, let's say if Glenn was a YouTuber and Glenn only had 100 listing,
yeah,
and Glenn's doing this talk telling you guys how to resell better, I probably wouldn't have followed Glenn. To be honest with you, Glenn,
yeah,
if you didn't have a big store, why would I listen to you?
yeah,
I mean, I'll follow your YouTube channel. I'll
yeah.
just watch for your
Watch my
entertainment.
Ross finds. That's
Yeah,
oh, look at
you
this
know,
entertaining content.
yeah, but not really as far as building a business. So I think that's what you're trying to get to. It's like, because a lot of the seller influencers are making money on views, not on business.
Yeah,
I think, like, we have to get to a point that you actually have investment in the game. Like for me and Glenn, it's detrimental if we get it would cut off our legs if we get suspended in eBay. It would
yeah,
cut off our legs if we told you to do this process and it's the wrong process, and
yeah.
eBay gets back to us and suspends our account. I think that's what we have to get into, which is, I think, has never been done so far.
Rory Matt, what if you had 100 listings with 1,000 sold? Then you'd follow.
Yeah,
We're like,
and
how the
net
hell is he
net
doing
5%.
that?
But what if he net 5%? He's a drop shipper. That's what it is.
But yet he's telling you to go to Ross. Go to
Hmm.
Ross and pick up this, but then he's
Yeah,
drop shipping.
yeah, yeah.
80 plus watching, only 26 likes. Hit that like button, Baker Brand. Thank you. And Palma, speaking of eBay, we got a positive review with negative comments. Can I fix that? Oh, you could definitely fix that.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Item showed up and the buyer was upset and hadn't, but
Man,
check
I
out the
got somebody that's like tried to
office.
like strong arm me on the comments to like accept, I give a partial refund and something like that, and I was like, oh, bad. And like, and next thing you know, it's like, see what I can do. And then I had the negative review removed, and I said, "Have a good day."
Oh man. All right, I think we are done. But maybe we can continue the YouTube conversation the next time
Yep.
too. But I think it's very interesting, and which I agree, and I would agree with B too. Like I wouldn't. I guess if I really wanted to learn business, I would follow more of a business YouTuber, but it would have to be relatable into like the eBay side of things. And for the most part, a lot of that stuff is maybe it depends who's doing it. Is it really entertaining or not? Is
Right.
it is
Well,
it I guess like making business fun and watchable? I don't
right.
know. Maybe, maybe not. Um all right. We're done. I think it was a good topic today as far as like getting these
Sure.
tips in here for the sneaker market and where we're at. So, all right. Let's see. Are you going to live right now or no?
Nah.
Oh, tomorrow maybe, maybe tomorrow.
I don't have the makeup ready
Oh,
and
okay,
the
makes
clown
sense.
hat.
Clown hat. Mr. Sports LA, thank you. All right, guys. We'll see you next time. Go out and get it. See ya.
See you.